Hi everybody, this is Property with Leonard and welcome to another episode. Now on this channel we discuss property, finance and investments. Now please note that none of my videos constitutes as financial advice, but if you are looking for financial advice, please speak to an accredited and registered financial advisor. So today I'm going to talk about and share with you how you can make better offers when buying a property and avoid being caught up in a bidding war. I would advise you to watch the full episode because what I'm going to share with you today in this episode could possibly save you hundreds of thousands of rands. I'm sharing these videos with all of you, and the information that I'm sharing with you are based on my years of experience in business and the property industry specifically. So I'm sharing all these things with you for free because I love doing it. But can I kindly ask you, if you like this type of content and like my videos and been following me for a while now and you haven't subscribed, can I kindly ask you to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video and to share it, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. It's good for you to like, share and comment. Those things are good for the YouTube algorithms, and that way we will grow and we will be able to reach more people who you and I know can benefit from the contents of these videos. And just in case you still wonder, subscribing is two things. Firstly, it is absolutely free, and secondly, it is really easy. You can just click that subscriber button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And please remember to hit the all notifications, and that way you will be notified and you won't miss out whenever I upload new videos. In my experience in the property market, I have found that most buyers, specifically the younger ones, they prefer a home that is ready to be moved into, and many are willing to pay a premium for this privilege, more so at the moment in the current market, which is mainly driven by the record low interest rates we are currently experiencing here in South Africa. Buyers are taking full advantage of it, and this can easily result in full price offers and perhaps even one that exceeds the seller's asking price if there is more than one buyer in the picture. Now this is when the fear of missing out creeps in, because you might be thinking that delaying your decision to make an offer while you consider a few other properties as well, it may create an opportunity for another buyer to jump in and snatch what you like the best. Now this can be a very tricky one, because how would you know? And you know, that fear of missing out, it will most definitely influence your decision. There is a growing shortage of properties for sale in the sub 1.5 million price category, and the low interest rates have led to a huge surge in first time home buyers, and I'm experiencing this in my business, especially in the past 18 months, and this is a real challenge. You know, property values are steadily increasing, specifically here in the Western Cape, and the deeds offers records, they show that the majority of all home sales, they fall, like I mentioned, in the sub 1.5 million price category, which is not surprising since it is the category most favored by first-time buyers and those repeat buyers who are downscaling for financial reasons or in preparation for retirement. However, the number of new homes being brought to market here in South Africa, specifically in the municipal areas, is lagging demand, which is not only boosting prices now, but increasingly resulting in homes for sale attracting multiple offers from competing buyers. And this is an absolute reality that we are facing at the moment. Now there is a couple of things that serious buyers, people like you can do to ensure that your offer are favored in this environment. And the first thing is, you can start with a home loan pre-approval. You can obtain it through a reputable bond originator. Now just to explain, you know, in the past banks used to issue bank guarantees to prospective buyers, but these days it's different. You get a pre-approval, and I should actually put that in brackets, pre-approval. And by pre-approval I mean you contact a reputable bond originator, or you can go to your bank directly. You can do that. Who will in turn, based on your income and expenses, this is important, they will tell you how much you would qualify for. Or, I mean, that's all things being equal. So under normal circumstances, I mean, when you do this, no credit checks are being done with a pre-approval. It's just like an idea, an overview based on, like I said, your income versus your expenses. That will give you an indication on what you could and should and possibly qualify for. And it's also important that you note the following. You know, firstly, with the new Protection of Personal Information Act that came into effect, I think it was July this year, 2021, no one can actually do a credit check on you without your written consent. And also, very importantly, in addition to this, and you need to realize that every time you do a credit check, it affects your credit score. Still, this reassures the seller that you are highly likely to obtain a bond for the purchase. And just some background as to why there is such an increasingly competitive purchasing environment at the moment, specifically in the property market here in South Africa, and more so in the below 1.5 million price bracket. And the reason for this is, a lot of developments that was supposed to be completed in 2020 and others that was supposed to start in 2020, that has either been cancelled or postponed till who knows when, because developers are just not that confident, or should I say that confident as yet. And that's due to the coronavirus pandemic. COVID-19 has really turned everything upside down for sure. And it had an adverse effect on many industries, including the building and construction industry, of course. And we're talking big money here. We are now seeing developers cancelling or delaying certain projects for which plans were passed in late 2019 or early 2020, and where off-plan sales have already taken place. People has already bought these properties off-plan, but they are cancelling or postponing, with the result that those buyers, they are now back in the market. And even the number of building plans passed by major municipalities all over South Africa for future new homes, and these ones exclude tourist accommodation, of course, and homes for the elderly or disabled, they actually shrank by, I think it was 17% in the first quarter of this year compared to the same period last year. And secondly, you as a buyer, you need to be honest with the seller and or the agent if you are making use of one. You need to be honest if you have a genuine interest in the property. No one is forcing you or pushing you to make that decision, but importantly, I always ask my clients the obvious questions, which they are, things like, what are they looking for with reference to the features of the property? Bedrooms and yard. They want a big yard, small yard, main ensuite, preferred locations, those normal stuff, things like that. But there's something else that I always ask my clients, which I deem to be very important. I always ask them how long they've been searching, how long they've been looking or house hunting, because this will give me a very clear indication on how serious they are. Some people are just in a comfort zone. They are just actually driving around looking at properties as like window shopping to them, wasting everybody else's time. And the reason I deem this question to be very important, because the market is so favorable, at the moment, for buyers. So if someone tells me that they've been looking for a year or even longer but couldn't find anything, well, it's not impossible. It's just that in my experience, and like I said, it's my experience within the property market, those types of clients, they don't really know what they want. They are normally the ones who complain a lot, who criticizes a lot. I've had clients who saw a property on our website, they were smitten, only to find out that once they viewed the property, that it was actually the same house that they viewed with me a year before, but someone else bought it, they renovated it, and is now selling it at a premium, at a profit to them. And because they have been procrastinating, they couldn't come to a decision, and now they are losing out because below the market below 2 million rand, there's such a high demand that buyers like that, because of their reluctance and indecisiveness, they lose out big time financially. Prices are continuously on the rise, and they lose out on repaying, firstly, they bond at a lower interest rate for longer, and no one knows for how long the interest rate will still remain this low. And just on that point, I recorded a video where I discuss should or should you not fix your interest rate. Now I'll leave a link to that video in the description below, or you can just click the banner on top. It's a very interesting predicament, or should I say scenario, that I pointed out, but I explain to you what you can do, the pros and cons of you to fix or not to fix your interest rate. So I would advise you to go watch that episode. Some people, they like doing window shopping, as I mentioned. And I'm not bad-mouthing anyone here. I'm just trying to help you to own your property. And that said, if you are interested to buy a property, put in an offer. And also, you need to make it clear that while you are prepared to negotiate your offer, very importantly, your offer and the terms with the seller, you will walk away if anyone tries to push you into a bidding war with any other potential buyers. And the reason I'm saying this is because, the one thing that is worse than losing your dream home to another buyer, Can you guess what it is? Well, it's simply paying more than you intended as a result of a bid and a counter bid battle. And as a buyer, you always need to keep in mind that every increase in the price paid as you negotiate, it results in an increase in the amount of cash needed to cover for the deposit and the transfer costs, as well as the increase in the size of the bond needed. And in addition to what I just mentioned, buying at an inflated price following this bidding war now means a slower build-up in home equity, which means, let me just explain to you, if you are forced to sell your house before it realizes significant depreciation, you may even have to pay in more money to settle your home loan. Now, this is pretty obvious, but it's also a very important point for you to know. And this is really not a situation you want to create in the current uncertain economic climate. So as per my go-to advice always to all of you, firstly, do your homework. Know the market, know the average house prices, read up on property trends, watch my other videos on my channel, go check out my playlist. You will most definitely not be a novice, as I always remind you, once you've watched my videos. And also, it's advisable to team up with a reputable and trusted real estate agent or professional in the area. Now, I will be recording an episode pretty soon where I will discuss, and you must look out for that one, and share with you the importance of using an estate agent when selling or perhaps buying a property. I'll share with you the roles and benefits of using an estate agent. Now, the bottom line is, everybody, I don't want you to be forced or pushed into a transaction because of the fear of missing out. And like I said, watch some of my videos on this channel, which will most definitely give you a very good insight and guidance to make an informed decision that will definitely benefit you. Thank you so much, everybody. It was quite a mouthful. Thank you so much for once again joining me on today's episode. If this episode was of value to you, can I kindly ask you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video and to share it, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. It's good for you to like, share and comment. Those things are good for the YouTube algorithms, as I mentioned, and that way we will grow and we will be able to reach more people who you and I know can benefit from the contents of these videos. And just click over there, subscribe button. It is absolutely free and easy. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay blessed.